Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, going on unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakodash, the belongs to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And what I have here is a couple of articles just going into the last few weeks of riots that have been just popping up all over the scene, for different reasons all over the world. It's pretty much get to a point where there's riots and protests in every major country in the earth right now. There's just reasons to actually, come against the government and the different laws and protocols and things that have been set forth down upon the people. So now this is from TRT World. It says, no let up in looting, rioting as France sends special forces to Guadeloupe. French Prime Minister Jean Castex is due to meet in Paris with the Guadeloupe officials on Monday to discuss the law and order situation. The French overseas territory of Guadeloupe has been hit by a third night of looting and rioting amid protests against C-19 measures. And this is from November 21st, 2021. So, like I said, within the last 2 weeks, these protests have been popping up because of the pressure that is coming from above down on these country citizens. Okay? Authorities said on Sunday that police arrested 38 people as gunmen fired at police and firefighters while shops were broken into and cars set ablaze. Okay? Special police forces were due to arrive from mainland France to the Caribbean archipelago on Sunday to restore order. Now, let me just go ahead and get a scripture, because the first thing that comes to mind, when it says that these policemen were fired at, right, by gunmen, is in 2 Ezra 15. So this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, all right, which is to come against the government. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, all right, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so the course of their actions is standing in their power. Matter of fact, let me read a verse up. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And the modern day sword is the gun. Okay, so we are seeing the gun being used by citizens against government police forces. Okay, all right. I'm going to read 17 and 18 as well. It says, for because it says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right, due to these restrictions and these passes and mandates. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Because this is the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for the pride of the people in the earth. Okay? So all these calamities are befalling these countries. All right? So I want to go to the next article. All right? This is from the nationalnews.com. Europe sea lockdowns lead to riots. The Netherlands hit by violent clashes over lockdowns, while the WHO is very worried about a fourth wave. All right, November 21st. Protests in Europe against the lockdowns erupted into violence as a fourth wave of sweeps across the country, right, of this endemic. Europe is experiencing a huge surge in case numbers from the Delta that is threatening its health systems as winter arrives, while potentially 500,000 deaths predicted, the World Health Organization said. And now we have this new variant, the Omicron variant, okay, Omicron variant that is spreading around the world now. It says, faced with at least a third lockdown since last year, many youths resorted to violent protests against new restrictions imposed to slow the spread. Right? So, yeah, Guadalupe with France sending their special forces there. We have the Netherlands. Right? Let's see what we have here. Right? And these are the protests, same day, November 21st, that happened after Rittenhouse was acquitted here in America. Okay? All right? And this happened in different cities around the country here. So people are protesting for different reasons. All right? This is from the Register Herald. Dutch police arrest 7 amid unrest in the Hague. Okay? If that's how you pronounce that. Police arrested 7 rioters in The Hague on Saturday night after youth set fires in the streets to these youths, okay, and threw fireworks at officers. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. The unrest came a day after police opened fire on protesters in Rotterdam amid what the port city's mayor called an orgy of violence that broke out at a protest against restrictions. So there you go. Because of these restrictions, people are protesting and rioting in different countries around the world. Right? This is New Zealand. Okay? New Zealand sends police and army to Solomon Islands to quell riots. Okay? This is from December 1st, 2021. New Zealand will send up to 65 military and police personnel to the Solomon Islands in the coming days after rioting and looting broke out there last week over several issues, including concerns about the country's increasing links with China. Civil unrest. Solomon Islands police found 3 bodies in a burned-out building and arrested more than 100 people amid the violence. So there's different reasons for rioting, mainly because of the restrictions and lockdowns due to the crisis that's going on. But people are getting fed up and tired, man. Okay, but this is all prophecy. Okay, all prophecy. All right. Cameroon's forgotten civil war is getting worse. Foreignpolicy.com. Infighting among Anglophone separatists and denial by the Cameroonian government are escalating the ongoing conflict, and this is in Africa. On November 12th, riots broke out in the city of Bamenda, the capital of Cameroon's northwest region, in response to the killing of 8-year-old Brandy Tata by a stray bullet after a police officer fired a live round at a car that had supposedly not obeyed orders at a checkpoint. After the killing, residents took to the streets with tree branches, a traditional symbol for peace, and expressed their outrage. The protests soon turned violent, with buildings burned and the military firing into the crowd. The scenes in Bamenda nearly mirrored those in Buea, the capital of the southwest region, a month prior, when 5-year-old Carol Louise Ndalier was killed by security forces, or India, under similar circumstances, and furious bystanders beat to death the officer who fired the fatal shot. Okay? So there's trouble in Africa, trouble in Europe, okay? Trouble in America. All right? Riots, protests, okay? So these are the things that the prophets, right, starting with the men of Great Millstone, all right, have been speaking about for years that were to happen in the earth, and now we see it taking place. Okay? I'm going to 2nd Ezra's 9th chapter. 2nd Ezra's 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, right? And I put up a video the other day on a major 7.5 earthquake in Peru. Okay? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonder and powerful works, and endings, and effects and signs. So we're seeing the signs, the effects, and we're seeing this world and this society ending. So I just want to shed some light on them different articles with those protests and riots from around the world. I hope this was edifying. Praise the glory and honors going to Yahweh by Shemal Shai, by Shem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.